Did you know that Marilyn Monroe's image as the beauty goddess of the 20th century was built on facial and body features that are now considered defects by modern standards? Beneath her glamorous exterior, there was a scared and insecure girl with an average beauty rating of 6 out of 10. This result is mathematically correct, and we will discuss it in detail in a minute. Marilyn's life was already hard, marked by poverty, abuse, neglect, and tumultuous relationships. So how did she achieve the status of a beauty icon? Natural gifts, some plastic surgeries, luck, talent, and cleverness played their parts. But the most important secret ingredient came from her facial beauty defects. Join us on the Fair Pearls channel as we explore every aspect of Marilyn Monroe's allure. In part 1, we will examine the primary facial features that helped her gain popularity, along with her most advantageous beauty defect. In part 2, we will reveal the truth about the plastic surgeries she underwent throughout her life. Finally, in part 3, we will discuss the impact of Marilyn Monroe on the beauty standards of her time and fashion industry. Part 1. Face Analysis. Marilyn Monroe is known worldwide as a symbol of beauty, but our research shows that her facial charm score is only a 6 out of 10. Although she is still attractive, this score doesn't seem to do justice to such a legendary figure. Initially, we were surprised by this low score and even rechecked our formula to ensure its accuracy. But let's delve deeper to understand the reasons behind Marilyn's beauty score and start with the positives. Her face has a heart shape characterized by a broad forehead, narrow cheeks, and a pointed chin. This face shape is considered feminine and complements Marilyn's beauty. However, her femininity score is only 4.81 out of 6, owing to a few masculine features. During her time, femininity meant being entirely feminine, while masculinity meant being completely masculine. Marilyn's nose width and chin length are in a good range, and her nose and chin are small enough to be considered beautiful. Her mouth width to nose width ratio is slightly better than ideal. But here's the thing. Her nose and chin area were tuned by plastic surgeons, as we'll show in the next part of the video. Things become more unpleasant for Marilyn Monroe, particularly for more prominent facial features. Her bitemporal to bizygomatic ratio is 0.95, while the ideal value is 1.04. One more number. The ideal value of Begonian to bizygomatic ratio is 0.7, but she has 0.77. Both features significantly impact her perceived attractiveness, and Monroe has too low or too high a score on any of these features. Here, she started losing her beauty score. Finally, let's look at the eye canthal tilt angle, which refers to the angle between the corners of the eyes. This angle is crucial in creating an aesthetically pleasing face. In their publication, The Beautiful Eye, medical doctors Volpe and Ramirez noted that a positive canthal tilt is one of the most distinctive qualities of a beautiful eye. Marilyn's tilt angle was minus 9.43 degrees, significantly lower than the ideal angle of plus 14 degrees. A positive canthal tilt gives one a more attractive, sharper, and younger appearance. In Marilyn's case, a negative tilt only serves to detract from overall beauty. Part 2. The secret behind ugly eyes and plastic surgeries. Did you know that a negative eye canthal tilt, similar to the one Marilyn Monroe had, can actually be considered a medical condition? It's called bilateral moderate eyelid ptosis and can cause the upper eyelid's margin to be lower than normal. Such sagging can create asymmetry in the appearance of the eyes and even obstruct vision. Today, plastic surgeons can correct this condition, and eyes can regain their symmetrical, youthful, and wakeful appearance. It seems that Marilyn Monroe consciously didn't choose to fix her eyelid ptosis despite of her familiarity with plastic surgery. According to medical records and x-rays made by Hollywood plastic surgeon Michael Gurdon on June 7, 1962, just 1 week after her 36th birthday and 2 months before her death, Monroe had a cartilage implant for a chin deformity in 1950 and a slight rhinoplasty early in her career, as a facial x-ray showed a small fracture on her nose. It is safe to guess that during her lifetime, Marilyn Monroe had more than just nose and chin jobs done. Doctors helped her fix an overbite problem and inserted some false teeth. But interestingly, she chose not to deal with her eyelid ptosis, a medical condition that caused her to have sleepy or bedroom eyes. While one reason might have been the poor technology available at the time, another theory is that Marilyn actually used her eyelid ptosis to her advantage. By using a simple makeup trick with eyeshadow and white eyeliner, she elongated her lower lash line, making her eyes appear bigger, brighter, and more sleepy. According to celebrity makeup artist Clarissa Luna, who works with stars like Megan Fox and Lana Condor, Marilyn's eye makeup is still iconic today. The cat flick on top elongates the eye and gives a fuller lash line, while the bottom line creates a shadow from the lashes, drawing the eyes down. And the white liner on the waterline makes the eyes look big and bright. But why did Marilyn want bedroom eyes when her eye canthal tilt was already in a negative zone? Maybe it's because eyes with such a look radiate romantic or sexual desire. They're dreamy, sultry, and seductive. They can be very hypnotic. Marilyn knew how to use her unique eyelids to capture an audience and keep them under her spell. Almost a century later, we're still captivated by her imperfect yet alluring gaze. She's a real historical proof that with wit and talent, anyone can turn disadvantages into valuable features. Part 3. Impact on beauty standards and fashion industry. The story of Marilyn Monroe's success looks like a fairy tale in reverse. Unlike the ugly duckling who transformed into a beautiful swan, Marilyn was a duckling who made everyone, including swans, recognize and envy her beauty. In the mid-20th century, ideal beauty standards focused on a specific type of woman, thin, pale, and sophisticated, exemplified by stars like Audrey Hepburn and Grace Kelly. However, Marilyn Monroe challenged these standards in many ways. Her curvaceous figure, complete with full hips and breasts, contradicted the notion that thinness was the ultimate measure of beauty. Her sensuality and sexuality, attributed to her bedroom eyes, were in stark contrast to the refinement and poise of Hollywood stars of her time. Marilyn Monroe had a significant impact on the fashion and beauty industry. Her charm inspired designers such as Christian Dior and Hubert de Givenchy to embrace a more sensual and curvaceous aesthetic, celebrating the female form. Her iconic white dress from the 7-Year Itch became a symbol of sex appeal, and her love of bright colors and bold prints popularized a more daring approach to fashion and beauty. Her iconic look popularized the use of red lipstick and shifted the beauty industry's focus toward femininity and sensuality. Please leave a like or subscribe if you appreciate our work. What do you think added more to Marilyn Monroe's status as a beauty icon? Was it just luck and genetics, or were it her bedroom eyes, hard work, and intelligence? Share your opinion in a comment section below. See you next time.